The Art of Deceit, the shocking, true story of Brother Polight, betrayal. Join us as we follow one individual's journey through deception, exposing the tactics of the one who sought to defraud and take the finances of one individual. First and foremost, I must admit, like many of you, I laughed at the very thought of someone falling for this scheme. However, after watching more of this individual's videos and coming to understand him, I couldn't laugh. This is serious. Very, very serious. Welcome to the Art of Deceit. Meet Ryan McCoy, known to some of you as Crypto Roots. You're going to see some cuts to these videos and some editing, only to put things in chronological order. The story is compelling, but it's a long series over 6 hours. I shortened them up and made some type of order with them. You lose some of the emotion of what's going on, but this was necessary.
Absolute truth about my experience with Brother Polight as his mentee. I'm not lying. There's no reason to lie. I'm not trying to get anything that I don't deserve back. I just want the money I invested back. So I'm starting from the beginning. This may seem like a long story. It's a lot going on. And so I was in Hawaii doing my thing, studying crypto, studying programming. And like I said in my other videos, I knew I had to make sacrifices. So I slept on the beach in a hammock and was just grinding until my programming skills were good enough, you know what I'm saying? And it just so happened that my father died. We weren't that close, but I was on my own for a long time, since I was 16, 17. I've been on my own. I haven't lived with him, and we weren't that close. But he ended up having a heart attack. He ended up dying, and then I found out that I was gonna get some life insurance money. And it just so happened I needed it, because I only had like 45 cents in my bank account. I just was grinding, just saving my crypto. I didn't want to sell my crypto. I knew that one day it would go up. And I was just freelancing, hustling, farming, trying to get any paper I could to survive. So I ended up getting that money, and I thought I had two major decisions I could have made. First one was just to buy Bitcoin and then travel Asia, South Korea, Asia. And other was to I've been following Brother Polight. Like, he woke me up into consciousness. Like, he was the main reason, that and Bitcoin. And I told him this, like, you woke me up into consciousness. And I started following his teachings. I started doing the tax liens. I bought a few of his books. A few orders didn't come through. I didn't trip on it. I just charged that to the game. And I love this brother. I really, really, really love this brother from the bottom of my heart. I didn't even know him. All I knew of him was virtually, from what I saw virtually.
Who is the alleged perpetrator? Who is Brother Polight? Brother Polight, real name Michael Nook, who has been associated with several different communities, New Wabian, New Covenant, etc. You didn't come here to get the usual mumbo jumbo, so I'll speed through this. You can search Google for Brother Polight, but the odds are you won't find a legitimate business. You'll find his Facebook or Instagram, where he's boasting or searching for someone to send him money. He's been involved in some debates in the pseudo-conscious community, if you catch my drift. But when I checked his website, it's actually down. 2012stores.com and brotherpolight.com are both down. We could dive into more details about his website and how he used to run his business a bit later. Seems like there might be a bit of grift going on here. It seems like he's crediting himself with writing a whopping 90 books, but oddly enough, they're not up for sale anywhere. I've searched the web, but I can't find any legitimate business linked to him, except for those online courses he used to offer. Now, his focus seems to have shifted towards enticing people to pay for mentorship. which all seems to be hidden under the disguise of credit repair. We will unpack all of this throughout the video. Right now, let's get back to crypto roots.
And I knew that he had a lot of people hating him, and I didn't necessarily understand why. And everyone's calling him a scammer, people call him a fraud, people this.
All right, let's break it down. First and foremost, don't just ignore information that's available to you. Do some digging of your own. Case in point, about a year before Crypto Roots reached out to his mentor Polight, Polight was in a bit of a pickle, facing eviction. Now, I'm not here to bash anyone for hitting a rough patch. We all go through tough times, but it does make you wonder, right? Would you really want financial advice from someone who's struggling themselves? And hey, just so you know, I'm not pulling some deep, hidden secrets here. All of this stuff, all of it, was floating around in the public domain, mainly from 2018 to 2019, and even earlier. It's like skimming the surface of a pond. The information was just out there for anyone to see. As you will notice, I'm only using information that was available around the time of Crypto Roots research, 2018, 2019, 2020. There's plenty of information beyond this. I chose to confine the time period for the sake of saving time for these videos. Before the eviction in 2018, there was the cargo minium tomfoolery.
We live. I'll find out right now. I'm gonna put it on me. What's up, family? We up in here. We in Columbus, Ohio. I'm with the king right here. We had our real estate company, our development company.
Then the cleanup. By the way, the comments on this video are amazing. The amount of deception and confidence in this video of the deceptions is absolutely on full display. He's so confident in his lies that he maybe believes he's telling the truth. At least that's my thought. Not only is his mentor being sued for eviction in 2018, he's also being sued for a breach of contract. I'll let you look at the details to see what this was really about. Now let's fast forward to 2019, to at the same time Crypto Roots is reaching out to Michael and discussing mentorship. A video on YouTube comes up about Michael, or as you call him, Polight. How many red flags do you need to see in order not to proceed?
Polight, Michael Noak, aka Brother Polight, is a straight up scam artist, man. And it's plenty people out here that got scammed by him. And like I said before, I'm pissed off because I got scammed. I'm more so about the principle. Don't get it fucked up. It is about the bread too. But it's more so for me about the principle. You feel me? I'm a hard-working brother, man. I work, I drive, man. I'm a hard-working brother, man. You know what I'm saying? $4,500 don't fall off trees. If they do, hit me up in the inbox and let me know. I want some of that $4,500 that fall off the trees, you know? I want to pick up some of that when they fall off. When when it's 4,500 season, like mango season. When it's 4,500 season, let me know where that tree at, so I go get me some 4,500s. You feel me? I heard they fall in packages. God damn it!
And against my own better judgment, I chose not to believe that. I chose to believe that he had a powerful message, and that, you know what I'm saying, that it could really help our people, our black people out. So I hit him up one time for the mentorship because I was so inspired after watching one of his live streams. But when he hit me back, I didn't have the money, and I felt so bad, so terrible. I felt like I missed out on an opportunity to change my finances and change my life and be Brother Polight's mentee. So I said, man, if I ever have the money, it was $3,500 for the minimal mentee. If I ever had that money, I would invest it with Brother Polight, and I would change my life. financially, and
This is after Ryan with Crypto Roots has done some research, but his belief in Michael was strong. I'm certain his emotions are taking over, and his rationale is thrown by the wayside. I chose this evidence for this exact reason. This is information that would have been readily available to Crypto Roots at that time. Throughout these videos, you will see Michael has a demographic that he preys on and he targets.
so I had the money. It was over 100 grand, and I hit up Polight. Like the moment I got out of the bank, I hit up Brother Polight and I said, "Hey, I got the bread. I'm ready to start the mentorship." And he was like, "Oh," and he realized that I was in Hawaii. So it wasn't just like send a Chase or send a Wells Fargo. There's 2 different bank accounts. So I had to send, it wasn't sending him money. It was sending other people money. Women, men, people I didn't know about. People I thought or assumed were his financial advisors or people in his financial realm. So we were texting, we were talking, Western Union, MoneyGram. It was literally for like weeks. I'm sending him bread.
Listen to my intuition that I shouldn't have fucked with you from that point on. But fuck it, I did it. We talking. So I sent that, this November 28th, I sent that boy over a stack. I sent it to his wife, Jessica Casey. Sent 1,000 to her. Another one, Victoria Lamore, sent 1,000 to her. No, 300. We got 1,300 right there. Then I'll double back and send another 1,000 to Jessica Casey again. That's 2,300. How that shit went, I sent the 5. I know I sent Jessica Casey 1,000. That Victoria Lamore shit 300. So that 13, then I went back, so that's 2,300. And I think I sent the 1,200. Sent 1,200 to make it 25. Cause that's all I could send a day with the Zelle account.
Boom! Get a message right back. And of course, here's the proof. No reason to lie. I'm not trying to slander or nothing, but I gotta tell the truth about my experience. He's like, boom! In the same minute, actually, the time ain't even changed. I'm looking at the time because I could see when it was red. He probably didn't know that because he lied to me a lot. He tells me to send the $200 to Melody Abreu. I tell him that I was all done. I'm still on track to make the final payment on December 13th.
There's more, but do you see the pattern? Here is Ryan telling more, and then we'll hop back to the original story.
Walmart, MoneyGram, and Cash App. And I didn't know how to use it. He's like, "Yo, just download it on your phone, send your Cash App." So I was sending Cash Apps. I didn't know who these people were, but it was Jessica Casey, which was Raet, and then it was Nina. And then it was some other person, a dude who I wasn't sure yet. I didn't know who, but he was telling me send money. So I'm sending $1,000 here, $5,000 here, $2,000 there. This is while I'm paying for all the tax liens. This is how I got the money to him from Hawaii, was through all these Cash Apps. Oh man, I didn't write it. So, and he was also having me Apple Money Pay. God man. Anyways, kept telling me to send $1,000 to some. I'm not gonna say his name, but yo, send $1,000 to this dude. Send $1,000 to this dude. Cash App or Apple Pay. And he's like, it's part of the investment. He's like, I already gave up my bread, bro. I already gave him my bread. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like $1,000 here, $1,000 there. And of course, this is all for the tax liens, hotels, and everything. And come to find out later, those $1,000 were for the BMW rental car, the i8. I didn't even know until way after that cost $1,000 a day. It didn't click.
Now is a great time to mention that Crypto Roots, Ryan McCoy, sued Polight or Michael. Just do a simple search and you can get this document. In this document, you'll see that Ryan sent Michael funds through the Brother Polight app. Now you might be saying, what the hell is the Brother Polight app? It was an app available on iPhone and Android. Now if you search for the Brother Polight app now, you may not be able to find it. One thing about the internet is, no matter what you do, you can't delete everything. I went to Apptopia and you can see the app that was available during the time of Ryan McCoy or Crypto Roots. The app was on iOS and Android. You can see the app description and even screenshots of what the app looked like. You can see the launch date of the app and you can see the updates to the app. Again, this is all very surface level research. Oh yeah, you can see Brother Polight saying to go download the app. So yeah, it's actually an app from Brother Polight.
And so I sent him bread for the mentorship, that alone. And then once that bread was sent, it was $3,500. He started talking to me, give me the mentorship, and gave me the whole spiel. And I was like, wow, man, I can't believe it. Like, I can't believe, like, I'm talking to Brother Polight.
Now, he probably sent that first $3,500 through Western Union. I can't confirm it. All I have is this document that was placed with the courts. Now, I won't hold you and clickbait you. This case was thrown out due to a simple filing issue, but the evidence is here and it is clear to see against Michael. In this video, I've masked phone numbers and card numbers and account numbers in the court document. When Crypto Roots says he sent money, according to these publicly available documents, he sent the money. Now, in the court document and bank account statement part, you can see the Brother Polight app has an address attached to it. I did some research on the address, and you can pretty much guess that it's either made up or just a P.O. box. No real physical business location to be found. As you see, that there's nothing but a postal service location. I highly doubt that Michael has a physical business location.
Like, I can't believe, like, I'm in his mentorship. And the first investment, he was like, so he has a deal with tax liens, and if he buys a bunch of tax liens at once, then he gets a discount from the county, and it'll cost me about $30,000 to invest in the tax liens. And he said I would triple my money or something like that. Maybe it wasn't 30,000, maybe it was 25,000. I would triple my money in a half. That's what he told me, 3.2 times my return. And he said every 14 days, that's what he told me. 3.2 times your return every 14 days from your $30,000 investment. Then, whoa, is this crazy? Like, I could come up like that.
You will be seeing comments posted in this video. The comments are from the time period of the original videos. Crypto Roots disabled the comment section of his videos. The comments may be what I'm thinking at the time and what you are maybe thinking currently. This is not to victim shame by any means. This is just to show our current thought process at the time.
Now, before I went out to LA, Polight was saying, hey, yo, I flip hotel rooms. You want to get in on that investment? And I'm saying, obviously, sure. So he's like, all right, well, I buy rooms in Vegas or in LA, and then I flip them to wealthy clients. You could pay for the room, and then you'll get a return on your investment. And so I said, yeah. So for like 2 weeks, almost every day or every other day, Polight would call me, said, stay on the phone. I'm gonna get the hotel people. He calls the hotel people. Soon as they're ready to charge, he tells me to give him my debit card information. And I do, because I'm his mentee now. He's saying I already came this far. So I'm not even sure how much I invested. It's anywhere from $8,000 to $9,000 in hotel rooms, maybe even, I'm not sure. And I was supposed to get, later he told me I was gonna get about 16,000 back or something like that. So I was really impressed. So now I'm paying for rooms, expensive hotels in Vegas and the Luxor and on Dawes in LA, and they have to be a certain square footage, and he's got wealthy clients. And he told me, I'm gonna send you an itemized list of all that you purchase, all the hotel rooms. I'm gonna send you a list. My accountant or somebody's gonna send you a list. I'm thinking, dope. something like official now, something I could get official. And I waited, and then I never got anything. And then I hit him up because he was calling me for more hotel rooms nonstop. And I said, yo, I never got the list. He's like, you never got it? Well, I'm gonna send it again. I'm gonna send it again. I'm gonna have my somebody at CPA or somebody send it again. And I said, okay. And that was kind of that. Like, and then it just so happened, like, so many, what he does is he just presents more and more opportunities, and then you get distracted by trying to keep up with all the opportunities. And he has, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna send this. So we already had the tax liens. I sent him money for the trust. I sent him money for the mentorship. I sent him money for the tax liens. And then I was paying online on the phone for the hotel rooms, with my debit cards. And then he presented the condo opportunity just every 2 weeks. And then, so I started sending him that bread. Like, wow, man, I can't believe this is really happening. And yeah, so he told me I would get back $42.3 thousand from the money I sent him. And I was like, dope. And I think I paid for the trust too. I'm not even sure how much that cost. Oh, so what I slipped up and I fucked up, and I told him how much money I received. That was my fault. And no, in retrospect, he took full advantage of that. He took full advantage. And as I'm sending him money, I'm thinking like, hey man, like, what else is on the next level of the mentorship? Well, it's about 5,000 this and 5,000 that, and you get this and this, you get another streams of income. It's like 3, 6, and 9 different streams of income. So I'm thinking like, hey, it's just a little extra investment. Why not just get the other mentorship? Why not just step it up a level? And he was like, all right, cool, send me the bread. So I sent him the money. And then like we're sending him more money. I'm not even sure. Like, and then I'm thinking like, why don't I was like, what's the next level? He's like, the celebrity mentorship. And I'm like, that's when I told him how much money I got. He's like, oh, I'm gonna just give you the mentorship I give Floyd and all the celebrities. I'll just give you that one. I'm thinking, damn, like for real, it's like that. Like I'm thinking, damn, like for real, it's like that. Like I'm just gonna get the celebrity mentorship from Brother Polight. Like, all right, like for sure. And then later he was like, oh, you want to come out to LA to buy a condo? It's going to cost $17,000. Was what, just 17 grand? Sure, like no problem. It's like, oh, my wife Raed, she's a property manager, she'll manage it for you. You're going to be an entrepreneur. You're gonna that'll be another stream of income. And I'm thinking, and he's like, so when can you make it out to LA? And I'm like, damn, I don't know, like next week or something. Like, and you know what I'm saying? I was just living out of, so I ended up having enough money to live out of my van. I'm telling Polight, yo, I'm living out of my van right now. I just got this bread. I didn't spend hardly anything. You know what I'm saying? Hardly anything. I'm still so in frugal state of mind and just, you know what I'm saying, wanting to invest, you know, and change my future. And so, yeah, I bought the ticket, you know, and I bought a few music instruments just to hold me down because I need my music spiritually. And then I bought a ticket to LA. And then Polight was like, yo, I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to meet you. You know, and I'm like, yo. I go out to LA. I go to, I forgot, the Galleria or whatever. I forgot what they call it, you know, over there in Beverly Hills. And then, you know, so I meet him in person, like, yo, man, like, you changed my life. Like seriously, brother, I'm so excited to meet you in person. And I wasn't sure what to do. Oh, he also told me, bring as much money in cash on the plane with you. And I was like, how much can I bring? He's like, up to $10,000. And so I brought $9,000 in cash. And the moment I met him, I gave him the $9,000 in cash. And I didn't know what was gonna happen. And he was just like, all right, I got things to do. I need to hang out with my wife. I'll see you later. I'm thinking, all right, let me just get like an Airbnb. You know what I'm saying? I never Airbnb before. And so yeah, and I'm just kicking into my Airbnb thinking like, all right, what's the next step? And thinking, he's like, yo, you can rent one of my cars. I own a part of a luxury car company.
Polight Cars. Michael, about that. A guy with no legitimate business to be found. A guy that does credit repair and mentorships. I put that in air quotes. And not even truthful about that. We may have found who actually owned the cars, but more on that later.
And how much, and he's like, this is how much it's gonna cost, $1,200. Like, and I'm thinking, damn. So I gave him like $3,000 to rent the car, or the rental cars, the luxury car, and that's when the first sketchy thing happened that I really, that the first, and him and Amanette and Ma'at pulled up. I said, hey, you know, you guys changed my life. You guys changed my life. Let's go upstairs. So, and he's like, I'll be back later. I'll drop off the car later. And I was like, hey, yo, I just want to go see my old homies. I'm from LA. I want to go see my old homies. And he was like, all right, I'll drop off the car later. No word from him that night. And I hit him up late, like, yo, you still dropping this? Like, yo, yeah, if you need me to drop it off, I'll drop. And I'm like, all right. He's like, yo, I'm busy. And I'm like, okay. And then I think the next day comes by and nothing yet. And I'm like, he's like, no, I just wanted the car to be ready. It was raining. Somebody else went and washed the car. The car, that. And so straight up, no fucking car. And I really think the next step after that, yeah. So that happened. And I don't know, for some reason I let it go, because the next thing was like, yo, I'm about to go to Vegas this weekend. You want to come with me? I'm about to go in the music studio in Vegas. I want to see if you want to come with me. You know, you want to come? And I'm thinking like, yo, like, what does that mean? Like, do I got to drive behind you? Are you going to be with your wives? Because he's always like, I don't have any men around me. So I was trying to be like respectful. Like, you're like, what are you implying? He's like, what do you mean? Like, and I'm like, yo, I'm not sure. And so that's the first time he flipped out. He's like, did I ever tell you something? Did I ever tell you that? And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm just trying to be. He's like, I don't know. He just kind of flipped a little. And I'm like, whoa. All right. Like, yeah, of course want to go. I'm totally down to go. And I'm like, yo, I'll even drive. I offered to drive. No, you don't got to drive. I want to give you the mentorship. I want to go over the mentorship with you on the way there. So just knock out a few things. And I'm thinking, man, dope. So yeah, we go, and then I didn't know it was Nina at the time, but we go and pick her up, and then we go and pick up the cameraman, who was a hella cool dude. And so we start driving, and then literally, like, he was like, hey G, you want to drive? And I'm like, all right. So yeah, I pretty much drove the whole way there to Vegas. And no mentorship for me. He was writing lyrics, going over with Nina. He was doing other mentorships, and I'm just having to drive. And then he's tripping out about how soon he needs to be in the studio because it's going to cost him more money. And so I'm literally speeding to Vegas, and we get pulled over. I get the ticket. He's like, don't worry, put that in your trash, write it off, it's all good. So I get to, and then we drive to the studio. And yeah, we get to the studio, and then we're just chilling. We're just chilling. And then check this out. So I stopped drinking. I was going clean because I'm thinking, well, Brother Polight, he doesn't even smoke weed. He doesn't drink alcohol. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I didn't even want to mention marijuana. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like, yo, you drink, G? And I'm like, nah, I don't drink. He's like, oh, all right, well, can you run in the store and can you go grab some Hennessy for us? And I'm like, on the way there, and I was like, sorry, bro, but if I don't drink, that's my rule. I don't pay for other people's alcohol. And he just didn't say nothing. And so him and Nina, they go and they they grab the Hennessy, and then he grabs like potato chips, a bunch of fucking garbage from the liquor store. Seriously, my health master teacher just eating a bunch of fucking garbage, grabbing a Hennessy bottle, and I'm thinking, damn, all right, whatever, you know, like you know what I'm saying? And then I apologized. I said, hey, yo, I apologize if that made you feel uncomfortable about me. Just like, yo, you apologize too much. If we don't invite you around again, now you know why. He said this shit to me, and I'm like, damn, man. Like, I'm already fucking up with this dude. Like, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up and just don't say nothing. Like, I was so, because it was my dream to be with Brother Polight, and it was also my dream to be in a professional recording studio making a professional record. So Polight's like, hey, let's break out the shots. And then he's like, yo, it's spiritual. And, you know, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like Bobby Hammond. I get it. He's like, all right, cool, G. So I take some shots. I have, you know, I didn't want to, literally, I felt some kind of peer pressure. I just didn't want to miss out on the vibe or ruin the vibe. So we, did the Vegas thing. I obviously drove back, and what ended up happening was him and Nina got in a big fight, and Nina started disrespecting us. And so he flipped out on Nina really hard, like extremely hard, very hard. And I didn't say nothing. I didn't even look, I didn't say nothing. And I guess at that moment he felt like he could trust me, because I act like nothing happened the whole time. I didn't tell him to calm down. I just didn't shut up. I ignored the whole situation. So it was afterwards, I drove him back, and I bought them food. And he was just like, no, this was the angriest I've ever been in years, and da-da-da-da-da. And I felt like at that moment he opened up more to me. He really, you know. And so, is it still going? All right, man, I don't even know, like, the story goes so deep. So it happening where we get back, and we ended up going to dinner. It was one of the other live streams, and at the end of the meal, I had to pay for everything. It was like a $400 bill, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, whoa. He was like, oh, that's an investment, G. That's put into your trust. Chronologically, as in order that I can, but there's so many different times and situations. And every time I was driving him, I'm from the jungle, I'm from Hawaii. Yeah, I'm originally from LA, but I spent the last 10, 12 years. So there was so much pressure to drive in LA and get to Polight to things on time, and just like, you know, and then I was getting pressure from Raed, like, why are you going so slow? And, you know, and I'm worried about driving his pregnant wife around Amanette, like, and so there was just a lot of anxiety and stress on that. And then I'm paying for Airbnbs, and I'm just literally waiting on Polight to call me. I still don't have no car, by the way. Oh yeah, when we get back to Vegas, he's like, all right, G, you know what? You can keep the car right now. You can keep the car, you can do your thing, and yeah, just drop us off, right? So I ended up having the car for a little bit, but it was his car. I never got the car that I paid for. Same time, I'm spending left and right Airbnbs and fast food, thinking like, all right, so when are we gonna get this condo? Literally, like, weeks and weeks went by, and he's like, yo, pay for the furniture. Oh, also I paid for the furniture. It was like $3 or $4 grand before I went out there. So I paid him that. And he was like, oh, there's real estate fees. I have people looking all over, so I paid him that. And then there ended up being storage fees for the furniture, so I had to pay him that. And I'm thinking, all right, like, I'm about to get all this back. And there's many times where I had to rush him and his wives, or him and Nina, to the airport, had to go pay for the baggage. Yo, pay for this. Yo, pay for that. All this, I had to pay for him left and right. And I'm thinking, damn, like, and there was times, like the first time, I kept asking him for books. Yo, Polight, can I get a book? When can I set up the trust? When we can get the condo? And at that point, I felt it was kind of cheaper just to sleep in the car. You know what I'm saying? So and then I hit a point where I'm like, yo, honestly, like, I can't do, and he just flipped out. And he was just like, you know what, I'm giving you your refund back. I got a private interest holdings account, da-da-da, I'm gonna refund you your money, da-da-da, I did all this work for you. And I'm thinking, like, about to cry, like, fuck, did I just ruin this opportunity of, like, change my life? Like, and, man, and he was just like, yo, we need to meet up, you know? So he goes, we meet up, and we start building and start talking, and I don't know, this is what he does, he's in words, but he ended up calming me down. And I said, all right, cool, no worry. He's like, yo, oh yeah, and you just need a little bit more investment, right? So I gave him like a couple $1,000, $2,000. And also, man, there's just so many times. And so I'm trying to think about all the times I gave him money. And so, no, the tax liens, I kept bugging, nothing. I haven't heard nothing. He said that was pending. The trust, never heard. I was begging him for books, hardly ever got them. This shit's deep, yo. So, the condo thing. Now, like I said, I came out to LA because he said buy a condo. Fast forward through everything. Ra'et's bugging him about the condo because she's supposed to be my co-signer. And he's like, Ra'et, don't worry about it. Ra'et makes 10K a month. As long as they see that, you're good. I was like, I don't have work history, bro. Like, I don't have the bank statements to back that up. Like, and he's like, oh, Ra'et has that. She has that. And come to find out, he's like, we're gonna lease an apartment. I had to go and find out that, he's like, yo, see how much they cost for a lease? He mentioned nothing about a lease. I'm like, if I would have known, if he said, yo, would you like to lease an apartment in LA? I probably would have said, no, I'm good. I'd rather go to Asia or do my thing. But the fact that he said buy a condo, I'm thinking trust, actually own my first real estate property and make money, you know what I'm saying? That's the motivation. But now I come to find out where I actually have to go and look at the condos by myself at first, because he said he would come along with me, that we're leasing. He wants to lease. And then he's like, all right, figure out how much the lease is. So at this point,
this is where things get strange. He knows there isn't a condo for sale, but yet he stays. He's aware that the condo isn't for sale. He's in too deep at this point.
Also, he lied to me about paying realtor fees. He was like, yo, G, out of nowhere, yo, G, I need you to send $500 to this person on Cash App. I need you to cash out $500 to my real estate agent for doing all the work and looking at all the different condos. And come to find out later, it was his older daughter that I sent the money to.
When reading about victims of scams, this is the foot in the door technique, which is point number 4 in the photo. You can also say it's the next point as well, the sunk cost point. It's hard for a victim to say no when you've already given up some money.
I'ma lease the shit because it's like you can make bread. I've been leasing this and I've been leasing that nonstop. This is what I do. So come to find out that I'll be leasing the apartment. So we checked several different luxury condos out, and it shows me the apartment where he used to live to with him and his wives, back when Ashley was in the picture. And then Nina's checking out a spot. I'm thinking Nina's about to get a spot, and because she's checking out a room for her, I'm thinking like, damn, he's about to have Nina and me live out in LA, and we're gonna do business and work, music, and do shit together. Now, he didn't know anything about crypto. He knew nothing. I mentioned nothing about cryptocurrency to this dude. He knew, and he even said, the only reason I like having you around is because you have no ulterior motives. I can see that you actually are who you say you are. Everybody who wants to try to deal with me is always trying to promote something or wants me to like approve something, or, you know what I'm saying, or trying to get some sort of money out of me that they don't deserve. And he's like, so that's why I feel you're a genuine guy, and I actually like having you around. So we go check out, so me and Nina go look at the condos one day. He's sitting there just doing his thing, and I'm just kind of like waiting, him and Nina, and I'm like, yo, Polight, like, if I don't know how much you know about cryptocurrency, but I know how to monetize my laptop 5 different ways just from being on. And he was like, you what? And I was like, yeah, I do. And then I told him how, and he was like, whoa, he was just blown away. And then I was telling him as I'm filling out the application, the lease application, I'm telling him about cryptocurrency and crypto kitties and telling him virtual real estate. And he was just like, wow, gee, like blown away. He's like, I knew something like that was around the corner. And so the story gets thicker is because I ended up paying $500 for a deposit for that application fee. I was Raet was the primary. I was the co-signer. Now, the whole purpose of me getting the property was to rent it out through Airbnbs, and she was going to be the property manager. I come to find out through his daughter, accidentally, that they were going to live in the condo. I found out, so when I met Polight, he didn't want to tell me or show me where he lived. And he kept saying, oh, I bought my wife a house. I'm thinking Polight's got a big house. I've seen his houses on the live streams.
Here's the first response. Those of you that follow me all over the other place, y'all know what it is. You new guys are going to say, oh, that's Airbnb. But those of you who've been following me, y'all know what it is. Every time I upgrade, I take it to the next level. I give you the laptop view of what's going on here. First response. Because I came back from Thailand. Came back from Hong Kong. I was supposed to do what while I'm on this 16-hour flight? I'm supposed to do what? I'm supposed to, yo, excuse me, you got internet on the plane so I could cut and paste some audio and disrespect this man's wife and children? Am I supposed to do that? Am I really supposed to do that? I don't think y'all realize. Y'all don't understand. Yeah. Let me give you the death. Let me give you death. Y'all got to see how extensive this thing gets. Response one, when I come back from the country, I got to come in a dang scary house where every time I talk, I can hear the echo. It's not that it's empty. This is why I don't respond to people. This is why I don't. Come on, YouTube world. Look at that. What's up, Net? Look at her. This is what I'm supposed to be doing with my baby. I'm supposed to be watching the game off that projector over there. Woo! Woo! Flair. Woo! If only I could have played that music here. Eating her callaloo. Eating her callaloo. Look at this. In here. Got a whole room. Got a whole entertainment center up in here. Come on, man. This is my response. Pardon me, y'all. I'm going to get to the juicy Negro activity that some of you crave, salivating over, but I'm not with all the negativity. There's no need to, because I'm not frustrated or...
Yeah, we just doing big things. New home, we just putting it together. Figuring it out. Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know we Rolls Royce driving. I should have made this a Rolls Royce diary. You feel me? This is one of the cribs I own that people say is rented. It's actually, I am renting from here.
I'm thinking like, okay, I respect that he doesn't want another man around his wives, or I get it. And I come to find out, after us being cool, they're living in some just average hotel.
What?
In Beverly Hills. It's nothing fancy, nothing. It's just the average ass hotel. And about him and all his wives and his family. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, I mean, you know, who knows what this guy's, he's busy, he's traveling. It's nothing, but I remember his wife, he said his wives want you over for dinner. He's like, my wives want you over for dinner or something like that. And whatever, right? But he didn't want to show me or tell me where he lived. He's like, no, we don't do that. We don't invite, like, he's telling me I'm his brother, but he's also telling his guys are like, just have McCoy come over. Just help him out. Just have McCoy, like, you know. And he's like, no, we don't do that. We don't do that. Yo, meet him on the corner here. Meet me on the corner there. And it's just so obvious, like, I could see where they're coming out from. So I come to find out that my aunt, Victoria, was going to give my aunt, like, a dog or her dog or something like that. And my aunt couldn't have a dog in the hotel. So she's like, I can't, as soon as we get into, I'm playing soccer with my aunt, and she's like, as soon as we get into a new place, my dad said I can have a dog. And I remember going into the hotel with him and his family. It was the second time, and they were like, yo, can we get pet friendly? Can we make sure it's pet friendly? And he's like, yeah, baby girl, I'll make sure that it's pet friendly. And I'm filling out the application. I'm paying and I come to find out, like,
my heart just dropped. Like, yo, like, are they seriously about to move into the condo that I'm supposed to rent out? So fast forward, get denied because they're like the legacy. They were like, yo, where's your paperwork? Where's your employment history? Where's your bank statements? They're like, oh, I make money from cryptocurrency. I'm a software developer. I'm a freelance. I do my own thing. And they're just like, no, we need to see official proof. And I'm with Polight dropping them off, and I'm like, yo, Polight, they're hitting me up, like, and saying I need proof. It's like, bro, you don't need proof. Like, I never had a job. Like, I don't have fucking jobs. I don't have that bank statements. Like, you know, once they see Ra'ets, like, you know, they're gonna be fine. Just tell them you're a cryptocurrency dude. Tell them you're a software developer, and you'll be good, right? I'm thinking like, this dude knows about real estate. This dude's got condos. This dude, you know what I'm saying, must know what he's talking about. I got denied. We got denied for the condo because of my lack of paperwork, right? He told me that I would get approved because of his wife.
For the next part of this video, hit that like button, subscribe. If you have receipts or documentation on anyone or anything that you would like to share, email me. We can work. Contact information will be in the description.